Hey guys, how's it going today? So for today what we're going to do is make a couple mounting plates for the tube front. So I'll show you where we're going to do that on the frame rail and up on the front strut tower. So we're going to come up to about, probably come all the way up here and all the way to probably about here. On these cars, right here behind your tow hook has a factory crumple zone. When I got in a wreck in my S13, the first time before I had a tube front, the frame folded right here. So we'll take a plate from about here to up here. Actually, we might even come back here and we'll just plate from here forward. Do it on this side, same thing from about here forward. And then we'll also plate this in and we'll box that. We're just gonna take a 2-inch piece of plate steel, about 1/8 inch thick, 10 gauge or so. As you can see, that's pretty close, so it'll give us a spot to do some welds on. It also fits right in there pretty well. And what I'll end up doing is right there where it curves, we'll take and grind the metal down to make that curve right there. And same thing right here, how the metal kind of tapers right there. So we'll slide this up and we'll take the black marker, make a line under there, and then we'll kind of grind this to contour. So I'm gonna get after that and I'll get back with you guys when that's done. Alright guys, so what I decided to do instead of coming all the way up here, because I do want a little room for forgiveness, basically right here where this comes down to is right in front of the factory crash bar mount. And so I'm actually going to go from right here, I'm going to build to about here, and right here is where the factory crumple zone is. So what I'm going to do is just make a 4-inch, about a 4-inch long plate. We'll put it in there and we'll just call that good. So for whatever reason, if I get in a wreck and the bar bends, hopefully it'll bend right in this area. It won't mess up the strut tower. We can cut this off, box it back in, and retube it out if we ever need to. I'm just gonna scribe a line right here so I know about where I want to put my plate at. And we'll move back here from that zone 4 inches. Then we'll take the square and line all this up. Actually, what I think I'll do is I'll just put it right here like this, so that way I know exactly where this bar ends. Go there. And we'll go right at the crumple zone, factory crumple zone, which I can see from this side. Just grab my marks. And basically we'll lay the plate in here like so, cut it, weld it in. It's about 3 3/4 of an inch long. So we'll take that measurement on our piece of plate steel. put the square on it, make our line so we have a nice straight cut line. I'll take it over to the vise and cut it. Metal's cut to spec. Line it up on our lines. And we'll trace it out. Like so. Alright, we got our metal piece built. Looks nice, rounded off the edges. Cleaned up some of the paint off of there, made some bare metal. We'll get ready to weld this in. We'll let that cool off for a minute so it doesn't warp anything, and we'll jump over to the other side and build that bracket and start getting it welded in. Alright guys, we're slowly making progress. I have one plate in there. Got the second one in. Got to do a weld up on the front and up on this side, but I'm trying not to get anything too hot and warp it. So, shave some metal down there. Got rid of the glue. I'm gonna go ahead and make a bracket, or not a bracket, a plate for that real quick while this is cooling down. By the time we get done with that, this should be cooled off and we'll finish welding that up. Alright guys, I got my plate built. Looks pretty smooth. So there is a tack weld, body tack weld right there. There's another one right there, and I measured from outside of that one to the outside of that one. Put a piece of plate up and just kind of made this groove and ground it down. And I'm going to set this plate right flush with that body line. So it'll basically set in there about like that. And we'll do the same thing on that side. And we'll get those welded in. And we'll go ahead and finish welding this in since it's all cooled off and ready to go. Second plate made. It's just tacked into place for now. Alright guys, so we got this plate in, we got the other strut tower plate in, the two base plates for now. Don't mind the crappy weld on the bottom for whatever reason. My welder was having issues down on that side, same thing on the other side. A little bit right there because I couldn't get the welder in there, but we'll clean those up a little later on. No big deal. Everything else turned out really good. I still need to grind this down flush and box it in. Same with the other side. But so far, everything is looking good. Got that plate in. Same thing on the other side. This thing is about ready to rock. We are going to actually, I think tomorrow, finish the plating up, throw the suspension back on it, and then I'm super excited because I'm gonna take the car down to my buddy's house in Colorado on Monday, and we're going to tube the front end out. So I'm super excited to be able to do that. Then after that, I can paint it, drop the motor and trans in, pull the suspension back out because it's all still stock, and we'll put an angle kit on it and all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that. Also, I just hit a little over 10 subscribers, so I'll thank you for everybody that subscribed to my channel. That's awesome. I'm actually at like 14 now subscribers, so I'm excited making moves. I just started about a month ago, so thank you again for everybody that did that. Don't mind the shiner. I was at work and changing out a tire, and the tire iron slipped, popped me in the eye, so just look past that. Anyway, so stay tuned, like and subscribe and comment if you